What's up guys, back with another review. I got the Pro Eagle 3-ton jack. This is going to be the Kratos, so this is going to be the lifted version of it. Pro Eagle, I've seen them on Instagram, I've seen them, they're real big on the off-road scene. This is the jack that I've really been wanting for quite a while. It was actually given to me as a gift, so I'm super excited to have my hands on this. It's pretty much been like in the cart for like 2 years. I've wanted it for so long, not too sure why I just haven't bought it. My truck is a little bit bigger, so typically whenever it requires wheels and tires, I just really don't like to mess with it. But as far as safety wise, it is better to have this type of jack. There are other ones I was looking at, like Harbor Freight, but this is going to be the 3-ton jack, Kratos once again. Let's go ahead and get this open. Just got it in the mail from UPS. The box is pretty beat up. It does say handle with care, fragile, thank you. So either UPS, who is the one that delivered it, just did not care, or they sent it out like this. So this thing is beat up in every which way. Y'all saw me unbox it. I cut 2 pieces of tape and this thing opened up. You can see just how beat up this box was, plus all the plastic was just broken, or the styrofoam was broken. Not gonna lie, as far as an initial presentation, usually their stuff comes like in the box and then in a brown box. This one didn't have the brown box, and it's really messed up. There's just tears everywhere. All I did, if you see there's blue tape everywhere, that's just me kind of taking out my personal information. So that's not going to come on your box, but the box itself is not very difficult to open. So just to go over a few quick things, this has an 8-inch adjustable extension. I want to say the overall total height of this is going to be 28 inches. I could definitely be wrong. Have to pull out the instructions probably in a little bit just to get specifics on that. But this is pretty much, I guess, what to expect whenever you buy one of these. This is, I want to say, the most expensive version, and then you could always get graphic kits, and they're just stickers, and kind of customize them in that sense. Or you can just paint it, powder coat it, whatever the case is there. So just getting into it right here. Make sure the box is out of the way. Okay, so we have the, not too sure what this is, off-road jack instruction manual. So we have the Kratos, not too sure if you can see that right there. So we're gonna have the Kratos 3-ton big wheel jack, which is what we have. We're gonna have the Beast, the 2-ton wheel, the OG, which is a 2-ton as well, but this one has the very small wheels. If anything, I think there's one big roller in the front and then 2 very small wheels in the back, and then the 1.5 Talon. This OG I've seen go on sale, and the other one's not too much, but this one does go on sale. This one that I have right here in front of us, being the Kratos 3-ton big wheel jack, it's gonna cost you about 500 bucks. I think it's like $460, $479 shipped to your door, and it's about, I'd say, like 5 days worth of shipping. So I don't know what comes in this by any means. I know there's always going to be, there's adapters and extensions that I was looking at. So I guess that's just going to go right there. That one will go just like that. So we're just going to kind of take everything out one by one. This is a huge reason why I wanted this lift, or why I wanted this jack specifically. So one, the height on it. I do have a lifted truck, and we'll kind of do a little review on that once we get this all put together and take it outside. But just the height on it. This is, I want to say, the highest I've seen a jack be able to come out of the box, you know, with basic extensions that it comes with. So all I'm going to do, we have the wheels, we have a couple pins. I already showed you the extensions and everything, just a little rubber bumper plate just to protect any metal that you're going to be touching. And if you see, maybe it's a returned box, guys. I'm not too sure, because this box is really beat up. Not impressed by any means on the presentation, but you can see right here, it's just all ripped. So we're going to set this aside. This is going to potentially be a mount for it, But like I said, look at this, guys. So not sure what's going on there. I'm assuming it is a pre-owned, not a pre-owned, but a returned item, or it's just that heavy and getting moved around in the box broke it a little bit. But this box is quite damaged, so not too sure what's going on there. But we got the jack right here. Super excited. Just right off the bat, I got this grab handle. So I thought that the jack wasn't going to come with this. And they do sell accessories, like I said. They sell the mounts, you know, to put on your truck, your car, your Jeep, whatever the case is. They sell a handle, a couple different rubber plates for right here. They do sell a few other things. So I'm excited just to see this right here, because I think it's like $50 to buy this handle alone. It is not a cheap jack by any means, but let me go ahead and take this out of the box and then we'll reset. Alright guys, just to kind of show you, we do have everything kind of off to the side and put here and there. I'll just, for right now, so I'll just put that there so you know what we're working with. You already know, y'all clicked on the video, but we're going to have the extension rod. This is going to be the lever for jacking everything up. Just trying to look right now and see what we're going to be. Oh, okay. So there's a pin right there. And there we go. We have a full extension. We got Pro Eagle. Good foam right there. You know, nothing too crazy. I'm sure you can rip pretty fast. I do have a small dent off the top right there on the handle. Not too sure if you're going to be able to see that, but it is right there at the tip of my nail. So you do have some coarse threading right here, just to give you some grip. And then you have, I want to say you can use this either one piece or two piece, but we're just going to put that aside for right now. Looking at the actual jack, we're going to have, like I said, the grab handle. This is going to be the lift right here on the left side. Rubber pad, I just put it there, and I'm assuming this can just, maybe not too sure there. If I go ahead and turn this, you'll see actually there's handles on each side of this. I'm just going to turn it on its side just to show you. We do have Pro Eagle on the side. The jack's not in perfect condition. I am slightly disappointed. I know this is an expensive jack. I know the gift, the one who gave me the gift, I know they did not cheap out on this by any means, so I know it's not a used model or anything. So this is slightly disappointing there. I'll just kind of have to see if it has any issues with the actual functionality of it. So once we get this all put together, we'll test it out, see what's going on. I mean, not too much, you know, there's nothing really to explain about this jack. You're clicking on it, clicking on the video, knowing that it is a jack. You know, it is just a very tall jack. So that is something that I'm very excited about. I actually think this may just be a quick release. Oh, okay, so just like that, like so, and then the rubber pad right there. So with that being said, I'm assuming, so we'll just bottom this out. We do have 3 optional holes. I'm going to put it right on the top. And that's locked in right there. This I'm a little confused about. If you look over here, I do have one already in here. This one was just loose. So I want to say that's actually probably just to keep this from jacking up in the box. Let me just get something real quick, a little pry bar. This is what I got at the moment, just a brake adjustment tool. Okay, so I did not get hit, but definitely be careful with that tension that the jack has right there. So that was more than I expected. I see 2 very big pistons right below this, so that could have been a little bad. There was no instructions saying that that was spring loaded. Maybe just my fault on that. Now y'all know, you know, be careful with that. make sure maybe it's compressed down. You have somebody to hold that down while you're pulling that piece off. It could have been easier to maybe, let's see, if I need to reload it. Oh yeah, so I could have you just easily, this should have came with both of them in the box like that. All you need to do is press down and then take them both off, ease into it. If you want, you can put the actual rod in there. So all I'm gonna do now is put the wheels on. I'm a little confused. There is no instructions, I believe. Okay, here we go. So all you do is install the large wheels on the rear axles, small ones on the front axles. I already know that based off the photos and the videos that I've seen. And then it's just gonna be a snap ring. Okay, so right at each edge of this, the rod, there's gonna be a small groove for a snap ring. So all we'll do, this seems like it's gonna be pretty quick, which is really nice to know. And they even give you, I was about to pull out mine. That is very nice to know that they're giving you some little snap ring pliers there. Really good, really convenient. Also, if you need to take this, you know, on the go, this is a good little kit to have. I know they sell a few other things. This is a little confusing there, but I did just see where this may go. Referring back to the instructions there, this is for a bracket is supplied to hold the extension on the jack when not in use. I see. Okay, so I think this right here is to hold the extension, and you maybe mount it on the wall or your vehicle. Let's take a look at that here in a little bit. So that's the only bolt I'm going to put aside for right now. And the instructions, we just went over that so we know what's going on. So we're just going to start right here in the back. God, guys, this thing is so beefy. It is very heavy. I mean, jacks, you know, the lower end ones that are like 1 ton, 1.5, they're going to be slightly less weighted. I want to say this is 60 pounds. Completely for the whole setup, so I want to say the entirety of the thing is about 60 to 70 pounds. So just be aware when purchasing this. It is heavy. That's why there is so many grab handles for this, just to move this thing around. So all we have now is really just to tip this over and put in the snap rings. So I'll try and show you all that on camera. So I'll take 2 right there and my pliers. You're getting a good view of that. So let me just shift this over. So all we're gonna do here, set up our little snap ring. So you're gonna have, let's see if we can zoom in on that. Have 2 holes, if you're not familiar with them. So all we're gonna do is set that, and by pressing these little scissors, you're going to be able to extend and open that. So we'll put it right in the slot. Boom, real quick. That's pretty impressive. There we go. Let's see, right to the other one. Is that one in view? Perfect. Boom. It's really, really quick. Flip it on its other side. Both wheels still semi in place. Set these snaps. In all honesty, guys, if I would have opened this knowing, I haven't seen a video about these as far as like an unboxing, but if I wasn't filming and if I already knew kind of what happened in these boxes, I mean, it's, you know, you can probably put this together in like 2 minutes, if that. So that's really good. We got the wheels on, very secure, very smooth. Again, this is a 60 pound, I want to say, but oh my goodness, this is super exciting. Let's go ahead and get this all put together, set it up, and then we'll test it out on the truck and just show you a quick clip on the capacity and the height of what this thing can do. Hey guys, I just want to show you, there's a 1/2 inch anvil inside to guide the extension rod. So it'll go right there and it'll guide it. But you do see this little groove right there. So what's going to happen is if you back this bolt out, you'll see how that pin goes in and out. So real good quick release. I mean, not quick release, but it is definitely fast to remove and install the shaft right there. Alright guys, check it out right here. So I did have to extend, if you'll see, that 3-peg system. So this is just the standard one. You do have a flat, you do have this extension, and there's a rubber pad right there, and then you have 3 pins to adjust. So this is a 2014 F-150 with a 6-inch lift, and it's on 37s. So we are off the floor there. No issue. It is a little close to the body, but it's not hitting or anything. So maybe I can try and adjust this sleeve to get it higher, so that way if it is touching the body, it'd be fine. But just want to show you right there, we are on the Pro Eagle jack. And I realize I think this right here is where the holder mounts to. So I'll have to try that out in a little bit. But just to show you, we are off the floor. Really easy. The good thing about this, if you already know these jacks, is it's flat right underneath. So if you are jacking up in the desert or in the sand or anything, what'll happen is the wheels will sink, but since you have so much surface area right on the bottom, the jack won't. So that's one of the benefits to owning this jack. So like I said, we jacked it up, no problem there. I just did adjust that. Here we are, just going to release. Let's see how fast this goes down. Just like that. Tightened it up. And we are on a slope. But what we got right there is we have the wheels. You can see some of these scratches, like I said, coming out of the box. It's a little upsetting, so I'll have to talk to them about that and see. But let's see about mounting this up and then seeing the height fully on this. Alright guys, so here's a look. I mounted I'd say this is a quick release, but this is the extension mount. You do have, looking at the instructions, there's instructions for 1.5, 2 ton, and 3 ton. This one specifically, I was confused. If you look at the photo, it was horizontal, or it was vertical, and mine had you can kind of see right now, there's a plate covering that whole area. So looking at the 3 ton option, it goes horizontal, and then you bolt it straight to the plate. So if you see, there's one hole right there, and then there's another one there. It is very difficult to, I mean, if you don't have the tools to get this in there. I mean, you do have a see-through and a pass-through right there for an Allen key, but they didn't give you one. So it is a one-time option. I can see how these could be included, but I think it'd be nice to just have that Allen key. Luckily, I had one just sitting around. I just put that thing together, so I just had it. So that worked out, but it is a pain just to try and get your hand underneath to start and thread the bolts, but keeps it all contained. It's a good option just to throw it. I think that's actually backwards. Okay, so just like that. And I don't think it's really a one-handed option to get this on here. And try. Okay. It's a little hard to do a little while ago, but there it is. So that's not going nowhere. You have these side grab handles. You have this little puck. And one thing I wanted to say is, if you were to have just the low profile option, right, where it's just on this single peg, the good thing is you don't even need to take anything apart. This is your extension, and what you're going to do is you'll remove your rubber bumper, and then if you see right here, there's grooves faced up, and on the bottom it's not raised by any means. So what you do is you'll line it up, and then right there, you're good to go. Throw the bumper on the new spot, and you're ready. So there's no like unscrewing or anything. So if you have different vehicles, this is a quick, you don't even need to put this, but I would definitely recommend it so you're not scratching anything up. And you could also turn this in those groups. So that's a good option to know that you're not limited and have to have tools on you to put this all together. So right there, I would like it to be a friction fit. That would be a little more stable, I feel. This is just, you can see how loose it is. This, being that it's rubber, this is gonna, you know, not really move on you or barely even spin in there. But we got the grab handle, we have the quick release for the extension. So we just pop that off. And you're ready to go there. Another thing that I saw was with this extension rod, there is a quick release on that peg. Well, usually, I don't know, it's not, if you click it in, it doesn't compress enough. So I think you'd have to assist it. It could just be over time, it'll loosen up and the tension will go. But just like that, it actually, that's the first time you're doing it, it popped out. So it's definitely, maybe since it's new, it's catching a little bit right there. That's just it rubbing against itself. The tolerance is very minimal. So right there we have a good solid, it feels looser than it was before, so that may be good. Same thing, doesn't really want to pop out, and that could be annoying when you try to take it apart. So something to note. And again, I don't know if you see that little dent right there. There we are, back on. You can kind of see just how big those pistons are underneath. Got a little skid plate right here, that's neat. Just gonna kind of walk around. There is still styrofoam on here, but as far as the finished product goes, I mean, it's a jack, you know, you can't expect too much, but when you're paying $500 for a jack and you see all the influencers and everything talking great about this, I would just think that the finished quality would be a lot better. So that's fine, that looks like powder coating done right. While the outside, it kind of looks like brush strokes of a clear coat. Not good at all. Like I said, the rod was dented. The packaging was shot. Looked awful. Try and get up here. That's not coming off. There's scratches out the gate. The dust is from me, but the styrofoam I can understand. This silver, the gray metal, that looks fine. The black though, you can see it more on the other side, like I was showing you. It just really, oh, you can see that. There's like indentions. I don't know, I'm gonna look back at the other videos and see if other people had similar issues, but this thing is just, like I said, for $500, it's a reason to complain, right? It can be a lot of money to some people, it can be, you know, pocket money for others, but it's still an expense, and it's gonna get beat up, but I would prefer to beat it up if it is new. If it's used, that's fine, but that's just, I'm gonna say, unacceptable. Just saw some more I don't know what that is, if that's the weld from something, kind of the overspray. So the black frame, I just complimented this too, that the silver looked great all around, but that doesn't look good. Quality control is really not looking too well. Yeah, that's all scratched up. And I know that these extensions, right, it started with the rubber pad. So I know that didn't get touched. And then if you look at the extension, I don't know if you can see it, there's a hole on the bottom. So I know it didn't get touched there. That's a little sad. Another quick one, even the sticker, it's not even paint. It's not underneath it. It's not on top of it. It's like, I'm sure this camera won't focus on it, but digitally, like, there's a fingerprint in the photo. So, not even the sticker is right. So, fingerprint on the sticker. We have scratches and overspray on the welding. Scratches and paint work and dents on the frame. Potential. Okay, look. So we're on a flat box. I'm trying to focus in on this. We're on a leveled box. So the frame, either the axle or the frame, whatever the case is bent. So a couple things, too many to be wrong for $500. And I'm sure this is my fault, but I mounted this little thing and there's only one bolt to put in. I'm sorry, this isn't focusing. Like, it doesn't even extend to the second one. So what happens is, you know, you only have one holding it in. Granted, like, I can tighten that down further, but there's these little dimples to keep it from going past that, but it looks like it's already starting to scratch underneath it. So I would just think there'd be, you know, 2 bolts. Just extend it so that way I can screw into that one. But not too sure why. Because they could have just made one mount, had it extend there, and then this one could supplement out for the other one if you were to purchase and buy the bigger extension. So that just seems like a little poor planning there. We'll see what they say about it. Now guys, so here we are at a full extension. We're going to be right at, from me looking at it, it is 28 and 5/8 maybe. That's with the max, that is with the extension, maxed out on 3rd tier with the rubber pad from the floor. So from the floor right there, you got, say, 28 and a half. And then if we go ahead and drop that, take that off. Get the tape measure again. You're looking at right around, I'd say 6.5. So you're going from 6.5 to, say, 28.5. Still good numbers, and there is bigger extensions that you can get. This one can lift my truck, and that's plenty. So forgive me, there's cabinets in there. But like I said, 37's 6-inch lift, F-150, and it lifted it fine, and it still had room to work. So not complaining on the height there. I personally don't need, as far as right now, to purchase a extension, being that it already came with one and it already fits. I'm assuming the other one would just hang out maybe a little bit more if you buy the bigger one, or they may send you a new bracket that's kind of evenly distributed. So I'm going to reach out to Pro Eagle and see what's going on about this finish. if this is just what they do, this is how the products come out, or maybe it's just me, right? I don't want to down them or anything. If it's just maybe a few products, but you know, the cuts are real jagged. This one, I know it's patent pending and everything, but I don't know. I just expect a little bit more from that purchase. Wheels are good. Installation was fine. This was fine. Parts all came together. The box was destroyed, and the paintwork just isn't the best. So we'll see. I mean, maybe they'll just work something out, either send out another unit, or maybe just give me a graphics kit or a discount on something and just cover it up. I mean, it's gonna get beat up. It is a jack, guys. Like I said, it's just for y'all opening a brand new $500 jack. You know, I don't want this for everybody. I'd hope this isn't how they're sending everything out. But we'll get a little more testing out in the field. We're gonna be working on my brother's vehicle here in the next week, so we'll get to test that out along with a few other things that I just purchased. But as for now, we've got the Pro Eagle. It's gonna be the 3-ton Kratos jack. Let me know what y'all think, if y'all have similar experiences with the finish work, if y'all have one, if y'all have the 1.5 or the 2-ton, and just talk about it down on the bottom. You know, comments down below. Excuse me for the mess. I work out of here, so there's wood, there's cabinets. Usually it's not this messy, but it's all destroyed right now. So cool. Let me know what y'all think. Like the video if you like it. Dislike the video if you dislike it. Let me know why. Maybe I can do better. Video quality or description, right? I don't have all the proper terminology for this jack. I was super excited about it, and unfortunately I can't name every single part that is on here. And yeah, let me know. Later, guys.